Hi, how are you doing? Hope you are well and safe and having a great day. I'm having a great day. Sat in my studio and I've been drawing all morning. This is what I came up with. A really easy to do sketch. It looks quite complex really. There seems to be a lot going off. In actual fact, it's not too difficult at all. I begin with a quick sort of outline sketch, then a wash to get all of this colour in here, and then some coloured pencils. I'm actually using a charcoal brush in Rebelle, to be honest, but coloured pencils to do some hatching and some squiggles. And then right at the end, if you stay to the end of the video, I'll show you how to do these birds really quick and easy way, drawing sort of distant birds in your pictures. So less talking, more painting. Painting in Rebelle today, and this reference image, this is what we're going to be painting. One of my favourite subjects, landscapes, trees, when we go on a walk and, you know, a little country lane, that kind of thing. Just get away from all the hustle and bustle. I was toying with the idea of painting this or a fairground scene. We went to the fair at the weekend and it was bedlam. There was just like bright lights flashing and music playing. Not my scene, man. This is where I'm coming from. I just like this tranquility of it all. So I'm gonna paint this. I really did think about the fairground, but it wasn't going to happen. Not really. I'm just sort of winging my way through the shapes we've got here. This is something I've recently, I mean, I used to do this all the time. If I was painting on, you know, a real canvas, not a digital canvas, I would definitely sketch everything out first, like this. But I've got out of the habit with the digital. I've said this last couple of videos, and I want to get back in the habit because it makes for better eye observation and all of that. I'm using, by the way, I'm using a charcoal pencil for this. I'm working on the machine-made canvas. We're in Rebelle, obviously, and my canvas size is nearly 23 centimeters. Sorry, nearly 30 centimeters by 42 centimeters at 200 dots per inch. So reasonable size. This just helps me so much. Kind of little muddy, wet path that leads you into the trees. We've got these pictures here. Trying to get them in, I suppose. That's kind of where we're at. I think that's maybe a bit more over here. That's sort of given me the idea of where I want to go with this. Let's create another layer. There we go, layer 2. I'm going to come back to layer 1, lock that. So that's, we can't draw on that again. I want some local colour over the whole area. So, so I'm going to use this wash brush, and my plans are evolving as I'm going. There we go, look at that. It gets a bit laggy, this brush. I really need to just sort of knock it back in size a bit. Yeah, I was just saying that my ideas evolve as I'm going, and I thought I'd do an oil painting, and you know what? I'm thinking I quite like the idea of doing almost like a pencil sketch or a charcoal sketch or something like that. but with a sort of this sort of nice coloured background popped in there. So we're using sort of oil paints as a ground, but I really want to make it a pencil drawing. I don't know if this is going to work. I've never kind of really done this before. I've done work, pencils on coloured tone paper, but not where like, it's sort of a bit of a painting and then pencil work going over the top. So let's see what we come up with. Let's see. This could be quite good fun. I wonder if I've gone a bit too dark with that, and I should get the darks in with the pencils. We'll see. Interesting. I guess we need a fairly light ground in places so that the pencil can show through. Mind you, I can use a white pencil, can't I? I don't have to go with I don't have to go with a black pencil. I can overwork it with light, so I can put these darks in if I want. Yeah, let's go for it, man. I'm gonna have to just make this brush bigger and suffer the lag to get the effect I want. I'm working on a fairly big canvas though, so it's sort of to be expected. And my PC is knocking on a bit now. It's quite a few years, 6-7 years old, so it's not up there anymore. Could probably do with an upgrade. But it works fine for most things, so I don't know. I'm not really, I don't have to have the newest gadget all the time. I don't have to be on top of with the iPads. My iPad's the first generation iPad Pro. I've still got my first generation iPad in a cupboard, and so I've had the iPad Pro 5 years, and it still works great. Why upgrade? Doesn't does what I want. This is interesting. I'm liking this. Sort of. Brown. Brush. A bit warmer. Just using that control key to get the colours up off the canvas. Right. Nearly there, nearly. I think I need to I don't want any white paper. I want the whole thing covered. So let's just do that. And that. That's it. Maybe bring that over here a bit. Interesting. Right, pencil. I said I was going to draw it in pencil. I'm going to stick with the charcoal. I quite like that. And I'm going in with a darker colour. Think about this. Is this a tree? Zoom in on this. Oh, it's a protective shield going round a tree. I kind of don't like that. I'm just gonna make it a tree. So lots of hatching and stuff. This will probably take me quite a while. You know what? I've got to do all this because don't forget, once you've got this colour wash on, you need to create a new layer. And this bottom pencil sketch, this one will probably get switched off like that, hidden. But I'll keep it there for now. So let's create a new layer. Should I name all these so we know what they are? That's the sketch. This is the wash. Let's lock the wash as well. This is, I don't know what I'm going to call this yet. I did feel I was working a bit tight, so I'm just going to zoom in a bit so I can kind of making this up a bit, really. I always find if you're doing hatching, you know, if you sort of take it away from the line on hatch up to, you can get that nice sharp edge thing going off there. See, I've just gone over a little bit, so. The tree through there. I wonder if I could smudge this. I wonder if I should be smudging it. Alright, with I've got a finger tool or something. Smudge brush. Soften it. I just want to. End it on that. Quite nice. It'll speed things up. It'll definitely speed things up. Might do that at the end. Or not. I might do it as I'm going. Zoom in a bit, Steve. Got this other little tree. Come in. That goes over there. And there's these trees behind it, which are pretty much solid. tidy that up a bit. And we've got these twigs and branches, and you know, this is where I go into squiggle mode, just sort of squiggling them in like that. Squiggling, another made up word. Perhaps if I zoom out, is it looking all right? Possibly. Interesting stuff. Let's change the colour of the pencil. We've got some browns going in here as well. And I think this is the best way to treat this. It would be the easiest way. Should we come in with some lighter? You know, I said we could draw light colours over dark. Squiggle. Fun technique, because you can't really go wrong with this, can you? Just sort of squiggling away. And I could bring in light colours. Might be, you know, should probably do this at the end. Look, I can just make some of those trees pop a bit. I'll do that in a bit. Let's get back up to here. Use these coloured. I know it's a charcoal I've got, but I'm really working it much more like a pencil. Now when we come up to here, I want to go dark again. I hope this is going to work. I'm having a lot of fun. I've done videos with this technique before. Hatching in there as well. Just zoom in a bit so I can see where we're going. Kind of like this blue colour. I've got an idea where I can patch this and then draw with an eraser the branches in over the top of it. It's like this, look. let's do it with the eraser properly. That could change the size. Kind of pop them in like that. Lift them in, and now we've got these bigger trunks. Yeah. That. Yeah. That. I'll do that. Go back to my pencil. I'll do that. A bit closer to black actually. Yeah, I like the way this is going now. I sort of want this dark. I'm doing like traditional hatching here. And then I can bring in my squigglies as we work up. I want this sort of dark leaf going around the edge. Oh. Sort of pushes all this in shadow. Doing this now just to sort of tie it in with this hatching up here. Just to give you the impression it's solid leaves. Draw the odd little leaf, look. That's crazy, man. I never put that much detail in. I see now I'm looking at this, we need way more. We need to fill it in more. Maybe even branches in like that we can lift out. Solid. Here. I like that. I'm liking that. So we're developing a really stylized picture. Wiggly bit again. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to speed it up a bit and just keep squiggling away, and then come back shortly to talk a bit more. So I'll see you shortly. Right, I thought I'd come back in here because I'm doing a slightly different technique where I'm sort of following the land or the lay of the land to get in these strokes. So as you can see here, thinking about where this path lies, trying to get those horizontal strokes in, following the path, which is very different technique to what I've done to these trees up here, which I'm still fiddling about with a little bit, you know, with the squigglies. I'll just start off with this, and then I'll probably build it up. Lines like that. And this grass, we can do something with that in a minute. So it sort of sets the plane, and you could almost walk on it. What's the theory behind it? Anyway. So different to the squiggly bits of the leaves that we got going off at the top up there. And come in with some grasses as well. Maybe able to zoom in a bit so you can see a little bit closer. But the issue I've got is when I look at it close up, I can't see the effect that I'm getting. But on the other hand, if I don't zoom in, I get really untidy lines as well. So it's a kind of got to go with the flow. Keep checking it. This is all right. Zoom out again. Yeah, a little bit duller colour there. Got a bit more grass in over the top of that. Probably put some in here. Let's go back to that bright colour. We can add that bright colour there. I think that sort of really takes your eye around the corner of that bush then. There we go. And sort of like that, I suppose. Much more open brush strokes now. I don't need that kind of detail that I've got in going off up here. Let's get this sort of sweeping grass in. I think you best, when you draw it, go from the base of the grass and then flick it up. you do it the other way around, it gets like a fat top. It looks like a pencil mark rather than a grass. Putting the darker ones in first. Probably go a bit darker than that actually. This isn't difficult to do, you know, really. If you take your time and you're methodical, you can come up with quite a nice drawing. Quite liking the colour behind it as well that I did with the washes first. That sort of saved me a lot of time in the long run. I'm really tempted to jump all over the place. I can see things in the trees that I want to get back into. See what I'm doing here? Just sort of trying to get that. We don't need that tightness down here, do we? Because it's in the foreground and I think that the openness actually illustrates that more. Oh, it's got shadows off this grass, look. Wow. So I'm going to go back over this with the lighter green as well. This green comes right up here, doesn't it? And it's into this blue. Still trying to follow the ground as well. I can pick up this lighter colour, pop it in the path down here, look. That. Like this. Yeah, liking that. This. A bit darker. Coming together. Let's put some of these lighter greens in. I always like to use lime green. I think it adds lighter, it's going to be lighter. Even lighter than that. Which makes me think I haven't gone dark enough for these dark tones. Let's get back in here. Make them much darker. so that when I put the lighter tones in, for that land as well, Steve. There we go. Right, now let's try that lime green again. I'm going to come right up here with it. There we go, just pop them in there. I'm not going all the way across, and I'm sort of varying the height, the gaps between them and what have you. Oh, kind of working. Kind of working. I think I'll go with some lighter as well in a bit. Just down here. Oh, look. Pencil work, love it. And then we've got these sort of straw type strokes. Grass is dry. The odd flick in there, look. It could be a bit warmer, I think. Lighter as well. There we go. Liking that. Right, let's get some browns in. Darker ones. I don't think I'm going to need to do much water. I think the drawing the mud around it is going to do the job. It's a bit warmer, that. That's a bit better. I've got a bit of a bank going off that wasn't really there. Let's just pop some green in. That's it. And in here. Right, blue. Let's do this. I'm going to try and do these with just horizontal strokes if I can. So I have ended up putting water in. I think I need to be brave and around the edges of it go darker, just to make that water pop a little bit. Like that. You think? We're getting there, we're getting there. Here's a puddle and it does finish, so let's finish that. Horizontal strokes in. Blue. Just round the edges, I think. Like that. Almost white now, look. That's a nice colour, I like that. That's what I've been searching for. It's the colour I want. Getting there, building it up slowly. And back to the tufts. Put a few of them in. Zoom in a bit so I can see what I'm doing. Liking that. Yeah, I think that's okay. So this can now sort of come across here and blend in. I can't believe I'm drawing individual blades of grass. I haven't done that for years and years. I'm not going to draw in every blade, obviously. A little indication of what's going off. And some hatching to tie it all together. That grass over here. So you don't need to draw every blade. That would be insane, man. I'm really getting here. I'm getting there. All done on 3 layers. And I'm risking it a bit, and I'm tempted to sort of just in a few branches. Like this. Over the top of the hatching. There. Been wanting to do this for ages. Since I started the grass, I looked at that, I thought, a few branches in there. That'll look really cool. Maybe a few more out from the hearsay. Just add something to that. Bring that forward a bit. And I want to just work on the grass a bit more. We're very close to finishing this one. You know, sometimes it's nice to use pencils because you've got a hell of a lot more control over it than you have when you're playing with paint. And I always find I love pastels and I love the spontaneity of them and everything, but you know, you can't get the detail that you can with a pen. There's something nice about just drawing with a pencil and laying on a stroke, which you can't get with any other medium really. Just sketching and doodling, and you know, you can start off just doing a little drawing and you can keep working at it and it can turn into something quite spectacular. Not that I'm suggesting this is spectacular, I'm just saying that's what you can do, you know. I've got my eyes shut looking at that. Yeah, it's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Just going to bring this up a bit more. Feel like I want that to be a little bit more. Higher up, just here. Yeah, there. Just flick a few little bits of grass in there. I think that's it, you know. I'm going to call it a day of that. Except for one thing. You know, this path's a bit dark here. Let's just lighten that up a bit. Flicking a few. Or green. I'll flick. Blending that in with that. Right. I think I could just do. I know I'm getting carried away, and I like to go. That's it, Steve. That's it. But I'm just thinking, I can be a bit more. A little bit more detail in here. Squiggly bit. Let's copy the squiggles. There, that's it. Right, sign it before I do anything else. That's not going to work there. You won't see it, will you? Yeah. There we go. So, not what I thought I was going to do when I started the morning. I thought I was going to do an oil painting, to be honest, but sometimes you just got to go with the flow. Oh, I was wondering if I should just flick a few, just a few lines in the sky. I don't know, just to make it look like it's think. Just looks like I've drawn some of the sky instead of just painted it in. Well, I'm thinking. So yeah, something that started out as an oil painting, and then I got carried away, totally changed my mind, and there's a pencil drawing, coloured pencil drawing. You know, shall we make it a bit dramatic? Put a few. I'm going to create a new layer in case I don't like this. I thought I'd stick a few birds in. Zoom in a bit. I need to just be a bit smaller. That's better. Because there's lots of birds, kestrels and things. No, you can just sort of go like that, can't you? You've got a bird. Just shrink it down. You know, something like that. Maybe one over here. This one's a bit dodgy. Let's just take him out. Try again. So my birds are sort of do a little wedge shape and then stick a wing on it. Like that. Let's do another one. So we do like a little wedge. Easy birds. Biggest problem is not doing them too big. Looking all right. Do one more. One more just here. Zoom in a bit, I can't see. So a little wedge. Show you again. Like that, look. So this is the head, that's the tail. Then you could just wing on it. These are obviously just for distant birds. There, I think that just adds a little bit to it, doesn't it? Some kestrels. I'm thinking just a bit of matching. Just ties that corner in. Just to the drawing. Yeah. Finished. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, a big thumbs up as always is much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I've got lots of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them with you. So don't forget everybody, stay safe, stay sane and keep painting. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.